want to give a shout out to my church, The Beginnings, for holding me down during the pandemic. Forgot to mention that they kept me and my family afloat during that time, during that difficult time. So I just wanted to shout them out. I appreciate, I thank God for my church home, The Beginnings. Right over on Cheyenne and Civic Center, 2200 East Lake Mead. No, I take that back. 2200 East Cheyenne.
What you heard? Yeah. What you heard? What you heard? You can hear a motherfucking thing.
Hey yo, what's up, people? It's your boy Tizzle from Talk By Tizzle. I'm here with Kellz, Mone, and Skitty, of course.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all know what to do. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, man. Also, if you have your music, make sure you send it to the Gmail post at gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Like Bro said, man, we here with Kellz and Mone. Masterpiece Barbershop. Just one, right?
Yes, sir. The first one.
Masterpiece Barbershop 1. This is it's the historical spot we in right now.
You gotta know it, man.
Historical spot.
Y'all probably rolled past this place 1,000 times if you don't know where it's at and wondered what was going on there.
Right. Is it a house? Is it a barbershop?
Oh, every day.
A lot of people actually say that too.
Yeah.
Because it's been here forever. First time I came to the shop, Tyson was getting his haircut in.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nigga, that was
Yeah.
hella long ago, man. But go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know
Get
how to
y'all.
follow you at.
I'm Kellz, barber here at Masterpiece Barbershop.
I'm Devon, a barber here at Masterpiece Barbershop.
Instagram,
You can follow me on Instagram at Devon Hall 32.
Catch me at Kellz, KELLZ, VP,
Yeah, man. And that's all on Booski, right?
Busky, and Instagram.
Okay. For sure, yeah.
Oh, this is
They high tech.
You know what I'm saying?
They high tech now, man. Hey, it be so crazy. I be waiting for them to accept my shit. Like, you gotta hit this thing and it be like, let you know if they accept your shit. Damn, man, my shit's still orange, man. My shit go green, man. For real, I be texting Kellz. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? For real, man.
We get to y'all, man. We're trying to make sure we take care of y'all, especially our loyal clients.
100, man. And with this stuff, with the Booski, whatever it is, right?
Books.
Yeah, that it's like
It's a scheduling app. It's an appointment app. So you go in there, that way you don't even have to worry about, you can book your appointment 2, 3 in the morning. You don't have to text us, you don't have to call us, you don't have to get back. You just book it, we see it, we book it, confirms it, you got your appointment.
and most barbers got one, right?
If they don't,
This is the new way to go now. I mean, at first I was against it, but then I caught on to it, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like even if you, say if you leave a shop where you get a lot of walk-in traffic, and if that's something that you're worried about, if you got Busky, you ain't got to worry about that anymore. Because Busky, they got this thing on there, it's called Boost, where they'll put your portfolio at the top, so as soon as people click on it, your portfolio is like one of the first ones that they see. And so they'll book with you or whatever. So they'll send you clients and stuff like that. If you want to.
Yeah.
But they'll take a little percentage. It's not the big, but they'll send you clients. But Busky is like if you cut at home or if you cut in
That's how you see home barbers with that.
even if you cut at a what's it called? Studio or something like that.
Yeah.
Private studio, whatever. Like if you want that walk-in traffic,
It'll drive us for you.
That's dope, though. That's dope, man. That lets you know technology is taking leaps.
Yeah.
So, Kellz, how you get to cutting hair?
I started cutting my brother's hair.
Oh, yeah.
Cut each other's hair when we was little.
Yeah, we got setups.
And I just one. Just me and him. And I would be messing with his head, messing his head up. He used to mess my head up. Same, go back and forth, back and forth. That's really when I started. But then I went and got into other industries. You know what I mean? So I didn't come back to barber until about 6, 7 years ago. Yeah.
So what you cutting your brother hair, was this like school?
Yeah. I mean, we was like, I'm talking about 14, 14 years old, 13, 14.
Oh, that's prom school years too. Let's not get noticed right now. You want to tell my age?
We used to play with each other's hair, man, all the time.
I'm just not getting noticed. I'm just not starting to get proud. You start to like me. You messing my head up.
You be in class trying to wear the media all day.
That's crazy. So why you get to barber, man?
man, being in here actually. Mo was my barber. And I like the vibe, so I had made up my mind when I think my senior year in high school. I wanted to go to barber school, but out here we didn't have one at that time. But I caught wind of Elroy opening up the first barber school out here, so.
Shout out Elroy, man.
That's
the city definitely needed that, man. Shout out to
So
Elroy.
you went to barber school here?
Yeah. One of the first students over there.
Get in the first class.
We were the first class at Masterpiece Barber College out here.
See, the thing with that is that I had, when I went to Elroy, I had finished school and stuff, but I took the state board, but I didn't pass written part, the test.
Okay.
So at the time, I didn't know all I had to do was just go back and take a refresher course or whatever. So I just, since I didn't pass, I just stopped. So I got into other things. And then I didn't go back until Marcus or his school. And that's all I did was just refresher course.
We all met there.
What year was that, y'all on that?
15, man.
Yeah, it was 15.
15.
Okay. So like, when y'all all went to this school, do y'all didn't know y'all was gonna be at the same shop though?
Not when we first started, no, but I mean, once we, you start going through class and hanging out and doing stuff, then you start talking, what shop you gonna go to, what shop you gonna go to.
Okay.
And so it was like 4 of us that kind of clicked up. I mean, we got along with everybody, but 4 of us kind of was like, where you going? And we all was like, it's all over Masterpiece.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Right at the time, it was just Mo and Stunner. That's it. So we knew we was coming. Me, Mone, Joe, and E, another barber here.
Shout out Joe and E, man.
Yeah,
for sure, man. I mean, when I first came, I always tell people, like, this barbershop got like one of the best industries. Since I've been in here, I haven't seen nobody get into no argument. And we talk sports intense in here. It's intense, but it never be disrespectful. That's what you like, that's cool. It's like they was all men, you know what I mean? Even when Joe was here, y'all all always liked it that, you know what I mean? Because I'm a repetitive person. So, I'm gonna be here every day at this time, and that's how I am.
Right.
So I always like to be around bad energy. I've never felt it, you know what I mean? And then the communication, the way y'all communicate, you know what I mean, with each other. Y'all help each other out. There been times where you'd be like, no, what's this about? Because he do his concoctions and shit. You know what I mean? And like, for real.
Mone coming over with potions.
Oh, everything.
Okay, that worked. When you get the ingredients, I got to go get it.
What be the potions? What be?
Now I don't be coming up with no potion.
Yeah, you coming over with
Listen, look, what it is, I buy product, I use it, they smell it, and then they down here on my station. All my business.
For real. He gave some for my lineup like 2 weeks ago. It worked though for the show.
To me, he's a mad scientist because he's always trying something. But I like that though. You know what I mean? He's always trying something.
You ain't gonna try. You like it, but you ain't finna try.
No, it's not that. I just feel like I'm very he said he's repetitive. Me, and I'm not gonna say I don't like change, but once I get something and it's set the way I like it, I'm not looking at nothing else. I'm going in with what I know works. You know what I'm saying? So I want to try something new in a heartbeat.
You gotta cater to the client, man.
So,
That's crazy.
so what y'all think one of the hardest cuts to do? Like, I know they all pretty easy. What do you think was the hardest? Not to learn, I mean to learn.
To learn.
And they
But see now, but you gotta remember when we weren't barbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember when we weren't barbers. And what was hard?
What was
The hardest part was getting the line.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Say so important, man, because you put a hard line in there, man.
What that thing, boy, you take the whole scalp off, the whole line still be there.
You could George Jefferson somebody.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's how you put the line in, though.
Right.
What you use to put that line in. If I use a T-blade liner and I put it in there, that's hard to get out. So it's a certain way you put a line into it. It's not gonna be hard to fade out.
I think that's the hardest part of any cut. Any fade for sure. It's just getting that line
So
out of there.
but cut wise though, like everything is the same.
Yeah.
Everything is a fade.
I was just gonna say that.
Everything is a fade. Everything
What
is
makes it different is the texture of hair.
Yeah.
That's what makes it. You got to do a little something different to get it to fade different from texture to texture.
So when you go from like y'all first started, of course you're around black people, so you're doing mostly black fades, right?
Yep.
And then an Asian come in or a Mexican, right?
It's hair.
I know it's here, but now we got a whole different texture. So
True. True. But you gonna do the same steps.
I see white boys
Kinda kills, because it's like you still gotta approach it a little different though.
Yeah.
Like I would say, like what Marcus told me in school, because straight hair was one of the things I was scared of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to touch straight hair at all.
Because you barely touch
But what's
the
crazy is that they say that straight hair is the easiest to cut.
Because it does exactly what you want it to do, right? You don't have to hit it 2 or 3
Once
times.
you start cutting on it, then you see like, okay, it is the easiest to cut.
Yeah.
But like what he told me was that start big, go small. And I was like, okay. So you start with the biggest guard, then you work your way down to the small.
Yeah, I was talking. I need you to write that part down.
I had the teeth laid. I'm like, oh yeah, the teeth laid, man.
You want to put
Man. I be here so much, I'm trying to learn it.
You're right,
Hey,
no,
for real. I be here all the time, for real. Hey, but let's talk about the expensive ass trimmers and shit, y'all use. Clippers. Them gold. I don't know y'all got some gold, huh?
You all have to think.
Gold, yeah. So what is it? What's so special about that?
The Baby Bliss is a cordless clipper. And it's just, it's quiet. They call it, it's just like a really
powerful,
like a Ferrari motor or something.
Yeah,
That's what they got on the symbol on the bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the
It's actual, it's engineered by them.
The clipper is the truth, though. It's the truth.
That's why you see them everywhere.
I know.
Every barber is gonna have some of those in their arsenal, for sure. And they probably use them.
You know, you can never give up the OGs though, but
Right.
everybody got a pair of them.
How did it feel going from that corridor to the cordless? It wasn't a little awkward because
At first, I was against it.
Kinda big.
I was against it at first. I was like,
Yeah.
cord, now I'm used to cord.
Right.
Cordless. I don't know how that's gonna be.
The power feels different.
Yeah, everything.
The way everything feels different about it.
The weight, all the weight, everything different.
I was just gonna say it's similar to like I do the tattoo thing. I get tattoos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they would say
tattoo.
yeah, I get tattoos. You know what I mean? So, but they would say like the weight,
Yeah.
the weight, like you have to learn
Exactly.
with the
They
weight.
use a different gun, like you were saying, for the tattoos.
Yeah.
They use a different gun, and it's weight is different. I feel like they put more pressure on you than they need to, because they don't need to put as much.
Right.
I don't know about that. 'Cause I got a tattoo.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I got one, man. I got one. My dumb ass wait till I came home from prison to get a tattoo. I think like, you always say you won't go, you never gonna get it. Yeah. I be having too much other shit going on, man. Y'all said, man, I'm gonna ask this today, shit.
Yeah, that's why we was like, probably was even sticking it out and still doing it, but you was like, nah, man. When stuff is going crazy like that, I gotta stick to it. I like
Can't
that.
push it, man. It's always, I done stopped that too many times. When she was about to go crazy, I done stopped doing too many things. I'm about to do all that shit this time, man.
So,
And how's it for y'all being a therapist? Y'all therapists, you know you, bruh, you know we. Hey, bro, for real. Like, so how's that part of the game?
I would say, man, as a barber, yeah, dude. I mean, because it's like, you're not asking for it, it just happened. It just happened. That person,
I appreciate it, man.
and then it's like, yeah,
I don't take it like
too,
somebody
man,
tells me
it's like,
something, I really
you trust me with like, you know what I'm saying, like your personal life,
Yeah.
what you're going through. On my end, the best I can do is just give you the best sound advice that I can.
Exactly. And I take that serious, because you don't know what somebody going
At all. I mean, because honestly, man, like even if it's for an example, man, if it's like a suicidal person, man, like you could be that person that saved you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's hard.
I done got them DMs.
Yeah.
I done got those kind of DMs. Like, man, thank you. Like, thank you for just listening.
Man, it's
Like,
a
for real.
real.
Some days,
The barbershop different. That's why I tell people, like, everybody, all these barbers, man, they're really in tune with life, man, like on some real shit. Like, they give great advice. You hear a cat in this chair He just got a lot on his mind. He telling the whole barbershop, man, this happened, you feel me? And you don't
Yeah, the barbershop and shit,
no
man, too, you know what I'm saying?
bullshit. It ain't no bullshit.
Man,
It ain't negative though.
real.
It be like, man, look, though, you know, don't take it that serious. You know, do this and that. Everybody be giving out sound advice, giving game. If you come in here and say something like, hey man, I just got this car. Oh, for real, man, check this on it, check this on. They gonna give you game about everything. It's like being around OGs, you know what I mean?
You get stuck in the barbershop.
Yeah.
You get stuck in the barbershop.
Yeah.
You be like, I got somewhere to go, but I don't want to miss this conversation.
Right.
You know
Right,
what
that
I'm
happens all the time. That happens all the time.
I get my hair cut and
People will leave and come back in.
Yeah.
Finish the conversation.
So, is that kind of where the client friendship comes in?
Relationship for sure. For sure.
I know it's I don't want to say a thin line, but it seems like that. You know, like when you get like
Now,
me
it's
and my
fine
bar
for
friends.
for sure.
Once you become like once I'm consistent here, like
Yo, yeah.
you the homie. Like if I see you out in traffic and you fighting, I'm fighting with you.
Right, real talk.
You can't help my barber. Y'all ain't helping my barber.
Oh man, that happened. You left for a couple days, I texted you. You alright? What's up?
I'm just checking on your OG. I said, I appreciate that.
Man, everything, man.
Real talk. Man, you start, you learn about people's health, stuff they going through, stuff their families, especially since what's going through this pandemic just now.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
The pandemic was crazy. How was that for y'all? It went downsize the barbershop.
And being off
so many people in here. Y'all was off.
Everybody was on. That was rough. For me personally, it was rough for me because, like, being a breadwinner in a home, being used to you know what I'm saying, bringing home money. But it was a tough one. I was like, man, I'm at the home, I'm at the house, not doing nothing. And it's like, man,
You just
I
feel
need to
like
make
done
money.
because
You know
here
what I'm
you
saying?
make
It's
your own schedule.
like, yeah.
You know, you
So
know.
I was like, I need to bring some money in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we in the pandemic, they was telling us, like, you know, this, and that, and the other. Man, look, I brought a chair in the house, man. Like, it was risky, man. It was like, I was on the fence. I was like, man, I'm doing it.
Because everything
I'm do it.
Everything is jeopardizing something. Like I know my cousins is barbers. I know when the pandemic hit, he was like, I don't want to cut at the house because I don't want nobody to report me.
That,
Yeah.
you don't want nobody bringing nothing to your
I
house.
don't want to go to the house. So it was.
I had people mad, come to my house. I had 200, 100,
Hey.
150, 200.
They was in the inbox, man.
I can't do it.
Today, I'm like, man,
I
like,
can't do
y'all
it.
listen, the whole thing, well, we shut down. Like, hey, the pandemic. But I guess the rules didn't apply to the barbershop.
It's crazy, man.
I ain't gonna lie though, man. It was a few heads that I cut. I didn't cut a lot of people. It was just certain ones.
Right.
But it wasn't a lot though. And I was like, I did it, and then I shut it down. I was like, I ain't gonna do shit.
My wife was not having no parts of
You ain't bringing
nobody
nobody.
doing anything for real. No.
But then got some money though, because y'all not getting unemployment money.
Right, not like how everybody else just
Yeah, y'all not getting that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't just pull out nothing to say, hey, I'm unemployed now.
Until they came up with the
DP what the P wave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Until they came up with
yeah,
that.
with Dieter. They so janky. They still going through it right now.
Yeah.
Still.
Still.
Yeah.
See,
I don't even want to talk about them. That's a whole nother.
I want to list this thought. Also, shout out to your wife. Yo, she knows her information. Let them know.
My wife,
shirt on.
Chile Law. She do custom T-shirts, masks, whatever you need. Chill Out Custom Creations.
Nice.
They do.
You can find her on Facebook and Instagram right now. She's doing, it's graduation season right now, so she did like graduation pillows, stoles. She did some masks. She did a lot of stuff. So she's doing pretty good. I'm proud of her too.
so did she find that hustle during the pandemic or?
No. She was doing this, she caught on with one of her friends. Like, that's how she got interest, but her friend she was doing it with, so she picked it up. I bought her the e-press for her birthday, and then we got a cricket. She went from there, man. Jumped it off. Now she trying to get it to the point to where she getting a storefront. She trying to get a store. So that's one of the things we'll be working on.
For sure, man. And of course, with this podcast, we interview entrepreneurs like yourself. So if you ever wanted to come on, man, he had on his shirt, man. It was live.
Yeah.
I think it was like the Panther on it.
Nah, I think it was.
It was a black.
I think it was Black Love.
Black Love. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's dope. So.
Yeah, man.
So everything as far as like y'all having to go through the pandemic, get through the pandemic, and now we finna fully open up.
Y'all worried about it?
Nope.
I do this love.
Nah, we ready. Yeah, we ready.
Y'all got your assistant now.
Yeah. Back to normal. 'Cause normal was what we was used to.
Yeah.
This is what we not used to.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So we get back to normal. That's what we was doing before.
Was it longer days?
Oh yeah. It's like the 9 to 6 type joints.
Yeah.
Like 9 a.m., 6, 7, 8. I mean, like now that sounds long because we got used to do it.
Because we had
You know what I'm saying?
the pandemic hit, man, and when they did open us back up, man, we cut it short as possible.
Yeah.
Came in, nah, I don't want to say came in late.
No, I can't remember for me for sure.
You come in late, but I come in at 10, and then, you know, I leave. Like in the beginning, I would leave early, you know, because at the time when that going on, right? I mean, like the people wanted their haircuts bad, man, but like the foot traffic had stopped a little bit.
They had limited us so much.
Yeah.
Board and everything.
And then the walk-in, we on just walk-ins, and it was like people had to wait outside, nobody sit inside.
Right.
I remember
Right.
right. Shots. I'm like, sit outside.
And what's
no
cool
shade
about
around
that-
this building at all.
When that hit, it was hot.
Yeah,
It was hot outside.
I was like, oh, facts. You know, some people walk up here,
Right.
or take the bus up here. I mean, not a lot of people in the cars.
Sure.
So, you know, I ain't gonna, you know, I'm stitching on
Ooh, if I
this.
had to catch the bus to sit
Hey,
outside.
I'm sitting on it. I'm stitching on it, but man, you let people get to come, hey, sit down right here. You know what I'm saying? We'll get out to you real quick, you know, because I don't want nobody to sit outside.
It was hot.
It's hot. You know, it's
And
Vegas.
this when that first started, people wasn't really understanding like what was going on.
Yeah.
They were still just coming up here thinking that it wasn't really what it was. And then it got more and more serious. And so that's when everybody's kind of like, all right.
It's also else I was talking about. This thing of barbers being like, what's the best way to say it? Like whores, you know what I'm saying? Like barbers like the bad guys in R&B. You know what I'm saying? Barbers and trainers. You feel me?
Fact.
That's like,
Fact.
you don't want your woman
And
going to
coaches.
the same barber.
And-
Oh yeah, and little hot water coaches. Right? That's the thing about me. You don't want your woman going to say, "Nah, treat these people twice a week." So it's like, but y'all both married, right? You know what I'm saying?
Both married.
And y'all both talk highly of y'all wives, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because I never seen none of that other weird stuff here, you know? I never seen nothing weird here, you know? And you be expecting that. I be coming here every week.
Right.
It's like a lot of barbers now are more like married or,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they ain't playing the game.
I mean, it's just
Professional.
I think it's even. I mean, you got the single ones, you got the ones that's married. I mean,
I think what it is too, you realize you don't want to keep fucking off your money. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you realize, like, hey, me and this girl break up, our sons ain't coming through today. For real though. Like,
And we used to talk about that at bar college, remember?
oh, every day.
Don't. Yeah, that's used to. Yeah,
It's it's a pleasure,
Oh, so
man.
y'all had that.
That's
Yeah,
all.
we were married.
But you know, Marcus, he spit game to us.
Yeah.
He's been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
So he tells us, told us the do's and don'ts for the shop and all that. You know, it's the way you run a shop, man. Like even though it's a black shop, it's majority black people here, man. It's still a business at the end of the day. We still talk about professional. You know what I'm saying, the best way we can.
Right.
So it's like, if you entertain it, then that's what you're gonna get.
Right.
So don't entertain it. That's the best thing I can say.
What would you think is one of the craziest barbershop talks y'all ever had here? Like something that was just so off the wall. And y'all think it's just beautiful. I know y'all get the crazy questions.
Off the wall.
Yeah, y'all get crazy questions. Like niggas come in here and ask
Spill
y'all
all
the
that.
weirdest things.
Right.
Like whether it's about love, sex, or whatever, they ask y'all the craziest.
Probably that Trump talk, huh?
I mean, that really didn't.
I feel like people was going crazy about that.
I would say,
Yeah, I mean, that's all politics and everything.
yeah, I would say as a barber in a barber shop, ain't nothing off limits.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you say off the wall, like we talk about everything. So it's nothing that's really like shocking. You know what I'm saying? Like We look around and see who's in here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it-
Yeah, before we talk, yeah.
Yeah, before we
Like
do
you said,
it,
kids.
kids or women or, you know, stuff like that. 'Cause not to be hiding them, because we don't want to be offensive to anybody. So you don't want to be in here cussing. It's an on. Remember, Mark used to always tell us, it's an on and off switch. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about certain things, you can talk about it a certain way around certain people. You know, you ain't gonna talk exactly the same way you would talk around your mom as you would your partner. I know I am. You know what I'm saying? So,
That respect,
Yeah.
respect level, like, we're not doing that.
Shout out Marcus too, man.
Yeah,
Marcus did a lot for the city.
Yeah.
As far as the barbershops and a lot of other things got going, and car clubs and all that, man, he did a lot for the city. So,
What was your neighbor?
yeah, across the street, man. That's family, man. Forever. Forever, man. I remember when we first started doing this with the shop and stuff. I think they used to be at some other place called like Studio or
Yeah.
one. I've been getting my hair cut. I never let him cut my hair that long. But as far as with the, he was at the studio place. I think that's where I got my long hair cut when I was a baby, like
Right.
7. So you know, I love man.
I was probably about your first haircut.
Yeah, I think I got my first one there, and then I think I had a girl basketball coach who used to cut there too, named Jeannie. I was born there too. But barbershops, man, they raise people. Man.
Yeah, real talk.
I did with my situation, and when I came home, I would walk right back into the same barbershop.
Right.
Nobody was here. I used to get my hair cut by Baby Carl. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was a whole different squad here from when I left. I left in like 2013. When I came back in, what?
No, you
No, I left in 2007. I came back in 14. And by the time I came back, dog, it was a whole new lineup.
Right about the time they left too. Yeah, right about the time
Y'all
they all.
saying y'all was like, yeah, y'all had just kind of got here.
Yeah, so Carl opened up his shop in 15, right around the same time Marcus opened up Marcus opened.
Yep.
What car shop, man?
What's that? Head and Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So it was so familiar to me. I came back to the right spot. You know what I mean? And then it ended up working out the way it worked out. So like, how do y'all be feeling when y'all see these kids? Because y'all gonna see kids coming here like 8 or 9, and y'all gonna see them come back playing college ball.
Graduated. I had my first couple that like graduated like from small already.
That's great.
Yeah, oh boy, Kim, the taco lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Graduated.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Y'all help raise these kids.
Yeah. No, real talk.
Raising some more stuff.
Real
I
talk.
always tell them, I'm like, man, y'all neighborhood heroes. I always tell them that. I'm like, y'all neighborhood heroes, man, because when you was a kid, you could sit in the barbershop and hear grown talk. Like, not like too young, but like 7th, 8th grade. Not like a little baby. You like 7th, 8th grade, you gonna hear talk. I'm not talking about no vulgar stuff. I'm just talking about life, bills, work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What they want to eat, and how they live in cars. You know, you had every kind of conversation here. So I used to love to eavesdrop in this month. You know,
Yeah. The ones that listen, I'm trying to tell them, man, like stuff I didn't hear. I mean, I heard a lot. I got a lot of good information when I was, a kid coming up, but I had a certain type of foundation. So me knowing I had that kind of foundation, I try to get at to them. Not even knowing what's going on.
Right.
They might not have both parents or whatever.
Right.
But if you're sitting there right now, and I can tell you something, I got your ear listening to me. I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna try to say it in a way you can get it on your level. You know what I mean? So I'm a little older.
So there's like, a lot of people think, well, I can just go to barber school and I can start being a barber. Is it that easy?
Yes and no. You can go to barber school and you can be a barber. Now, what you gonna do with it? Are you really gonna get up? Now you gonna do what it takes to do that? Get up, go there, be there all day, go through school. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay for it. You know what I'm saying? When you get in the shop, you're gonna be in the shop, behind the chair trying to get clients. So yeah, you can go to barber school and be a barber.
As soon as y'all both became barbers up there, y'all both had y'all clientele was already crazy, or was it like what was it like the process when you was doing? That's what I'm saying. You know, because I spent like 6
We like I said, we started together.
Yeah.
I think Mone was here, what, 3 months before us?
Yeah. I was here when I came. It's Mone started. And
We would come up here after school.
Yeah, I was big.
Bo so crazy. What was it like when y'all met? Bo, shout out Bo.
Yeah, Bo.
Bo, one of my favorite people, man. That nigga nuts. Hey,
been Mo, baby. Mo before we
Yeah, exactly.
Mo was my barber, man, since high school.
He reminded me of a barbershop though. The way he talks,
Just the way he.
he gonna talk to everybody. He gonna say, "Hey, what you speak?" You know what I mean? He giving kids candy. He's like that. He's like, man, or everything. You come here with your jersey on, you can't play no ball. You go outside. You know what I'm saying?
We're all a big kid anyway.
Oh,
I just know it be so many people that, you know, they go to, they be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to barber school, I'm becoming a barber. You know, they see, they see somebody starting a shop, yeah, I'm gonna go to barber school, I'm becoming a barber, start a shop. And then people think I got friends that get their hair cut, maybe they should start coming to me. It don't work like that.
It don't work like that. They no hustle. And nothing. You look rap with this. Your friends, trust me, they be the last ones to hit the corner. I'm not saying everybody. Some people, you know, but the majority of them that you think gonna rock with you,
They're not going.
They only got their barber, for real.
Yeah, I mean, what can you? I'm not gonna jump from just because you just finished. If I already got I mean, I can understand that. I might need some type of love, though. You know what I mean? Get a line up or something.
I'm making
really your, you know what I mean? You might not be my every time type of, you know.
Coming in, man, like coming in, being a barber, like it's all up to you. As the barber, like
You take your walk.
it's where you It's where you. It's how far you can only go out. Is you can only go far. That's how you take it. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like I gotta be behind that chair consistently. Like even if ain't nobody coming in here, I just can't cut the day short just because I ain't getting walk-ins. Just gotta sit here and wait. Especially starting like when I came in at a good situation.
Right.
It was on Bo and starting. They already had their clientele set. So every walk-in that came in, you know what I'm saying? That was for me. So I was getting on, and then.
If you'd have been tearing the heads up, you'd have been talking to a lot of customers, bro.
Yeah. I ain't gonna. No, I had some mess ups though, man. It ain't always pretty, man. Not starting. Like, I knew enough to get by though, like to where the person was satisfied. Right. But as you like learning from school and then getting in the shop, like when you get in the shop, that's where you really gonna start learning. Right. Like, cause you cut on heads every day now, and then you start figuring out different ways to do stuff. You start learning techniques, and like you figure out like how you want to start cutting hair. Right. So then it's like, so when I came in, like, and then when they Kellz and the rest of them came, so I was still a little fresh or whatever. So I was passing stuff off to them too. So like we all grew together.
Yeah, so that's
the real. So it's like. So we all started eating, man. It was them Fridays, man.
Oh,
sitting here,
the table,
pour the test out,
play poker. Nobody could
Hey, one time, man, listen, look, one time, man, like I don't know for like how many hours?
All day.
Man, we shut the lights off, come on a movie, you see here watching the movie. The whole time, nobody walked in the show. Nobody walked in the show.
Like when we first all got here.
That's crazy.
You watching the movie?
The whole
probably watched like
all the lights. Yeah.
The whole time. Nobody walked in the door.
Y'all be sitting back thinking about that shit sometimes, like,
Yeah, because that's when we started. And like I would get a cut, then whoever the next walk-in was, then Mone would get a cut.
Yeah,
whoever the next, we had but everybody worked together to do that.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, nobody's trying to be greedy at all. Nobody's trying to be greedy.
Everybody would check with everybody too. Hey, everybody, okay, now the next rotation. Your shop can make you want to do this or not.
Facts.
So
what was one of the moments where it was like, fuck this. Like, I'm through with this. You know, like, whether it was bad cuts or whatever, or just days that were just stressful. When you was like, do you just take a break or do you say, with everything that you do, there's always a moment where it's like, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, even us doing this. Sometimes it's like, listen, man.
It don't never be the cuts anytime. It's not because of a cut that like put me in that type of that mental mindset. It be the customer sometimes, the client. Sometimes they'll come in on something or on one or a new client, and they want this, they want that. Well, your hair don't do what that picture that you showing me do. You don't have hair in this spot that you telling me you want me to fade. You want me to fade your scalp. You know what I'm saying? So that type of. You know, you want to get at to them, but you asking me to give you something that's impossible. And you looking at me like I'm wrong.
And I'm not God.
You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, I'll blow it off.
Yeah. No, it is those days when you feel like, man, like, you know, you want to do something else. But I mean, I never give up barber, you know.
No.
But I would say, man, just as being a barber, man, take care of yourself. Don't try to overdo it. Don't try to overwork yourself.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Take that necessary time, man. Take a little vacay, whatever you need to do. Take a little break, and then come back, man. When you come back fresh,
Boy,
and you feel like you cut.
yeah. Real
You know what I'm
talk.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
Earlier, Mo, I heard you say you felt like becoming a barber was one of the best decisions you ever made, right?
yeah.
Why do you feel that?
One, because of the freedom. Freedom I got, and just being my own boss, being able to make my own schedule, do what I want to do. And, you know, I'm a family man, so I got 3 little ones, and my family is real important to me. So I like spending my time with them because, like, before barbering, I was in the casino game heavy. Like,
Both were.
I worked at the Cosmopolitan, and then the last job was I worked at the Aria as a casino porter. And
Those are hours.
well, when I first got started, I worked them all. I had worked at the.
When you first get there, they're gonna get you.
Oh man, I don't miss that casino.
You worked at the pool at the Cosmo?
Yeah, I worked at the pool at the Cosmo. I mean, no, at the Aria. And I worked day shift though, so that was cool. So I would get off like I think I was doing 7 to 3, I think.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of stuff started happening, man. And then like they bumped me, and then I got bumped to swing. Then from swing to
I
graveyard.
remember that one.
It's like a whole bunch of stuff. And then when that happened, it happened perfectly too.
Right.
So when that happened, that's when Marcus over to school, and I freed up time to where I could go to school in the morning, then I just go to work at night. So like having a job, you know, pay my way through school, and shoot. So then when I graduated from barber school, I was doing both. I was doing this and still working at Aria. And then Aria started tripping, man. Then I was doing this. Man, I seen the money I was making in this. I was like, man, I'm even
Let it go.
Oh man, listen, look, it's crazy, man. I wish I could take it back now, man. I know I can't. It's the way I had left the job. I'm in the bed. It's time for me to get up. Graveyard, 11 to 7. It's time for me to get up, start to go to work. I laid in the bed. Man, they blowing my phone up. Seeing if I'm coming in, man. I was like, man, I can't even do it, man. I get a whole week, no call, no show. I was like, man, and I'm planning on putting in my 2-week notice, man. But I was like, man, I can't give him 2 weeks, man. I was tired, man. It was long, man. Because look, this how they did me though. I was cutting in the shop, right? At the time, they was able to do whatever they want to do with me on my schedule. So they had put me back at the pool, but then during this time they changed the hours from 10 to 8.
Yeah.
Like 10 in the morning to 8 at night. And then it was, I think it was 4 days, 3 days off. But the 3 days off they gave me was whack. I'm like, man, I need to be here on weekends. But working at the pool, I already knew I wasn't going to the weekends. So I was working at the pool. So I was like, man, I'm missing the shop. I'm missing out on all my clients hit me up. Hey, nah, I ain't gonna be there, you know. So I was like, man, like if I want to succeed as a barber,
You have to be
in order for me to build my clientele,
Right.
I got. So I was like, man, I let it go. I just wish I would put the 2 weeks in though.
At first, when you first let go of your job, you know, when you first started doing barber full time, did it feel like work at first?
Still don't. It didn't. It don't matter.
It never did.
It never felt like. The only thing that felt like work was school.
Yeah,
Because it was more structured. You had to. Because I didn't want to finish late. I wanted to make sure that whatever the first date was that I was supposed to be done, then I was going to be done on that date. So rather than after that though, let's chill. Because now you ain't here because you want to be in here. Because if you ain't in here, you're not making no money. So
Facts.
you got to be here. If you're here, then So I wanted to be here, so that didn't feel like work. And the work feel like you got a schedule. You better have your ass here at 8 o'clock. That shit feels like work. You know what I mean?
It's different when you have a love for something.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Like when you got a love for it, you know what I'm saying? Because the smallest things, like Twitch just told us in the last interview, he's like, create smiles, you make money. And I think that fits perfect with any barber. You know what I'm saying?
Man, cause the nigga be feeling like $1 million out that chair.
Yeah.
And listen, I might come in here going through something, I get that kind of like, man, fuck that.
Yeah,
Whatever going on, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Because you're gonna go through so many years. It's gonna be like, you might be cutting my hair, then I might have a son, and then now you cutting his hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got so many years of that.
Exactly.
And like what I've learned, like with my son, when I take him to, when I was taking him to get his haircut, it was so much that the barber could tell my son that I told him.
Right.
Different.
But he just listened to this nigga more. You know what I'm saying?
That's like he was me, bro.
Right.
And it was like, thank you,
But
brother.
see-
I've been telling him this.
Exactly. But you know what? Like some stuff, like I tell my wife some stuff. I don't care who I care who they hear it from, but I care about who they put the action behind. Because if I tell you something and you don't listen to it, okay, but somebody else will tell you the same thing, and you'll listen to them, and it's good for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna use them to get you.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna use them to get you.
Exactly.
For real,
Exactly. They may have your ear a little different. So
My son already be in trouble. I put him in the chair of my cousin. I was his barber. I snitch on his ass right then. I'm letting you know what he been doing while he's sitting in your chair.
Right.
You know,
I get that all day long. The grades, the grades.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all been acting up. Okay. And the kids, they really be like, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm just a barber, you know what I mean?
Right.
They really be looking at
Cause then they got a bond with you. See, when you
Right.
have a bond with somebody,
You're
man,
disappointed.
exactly. And people gotta realize that there's nothing wrong with not wanting to disappoint somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People be thinking that shit is weird. Nah, man, ain't nothing wrong with being upheld to certain standards by your friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't take correction so hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Real
alright
talk.
for a motherfucker to correct you.
Real talk.
Man. But shit, before we wrap this up, man, I want to give a shout. I got this part, the segment called Game for Lane, but before that, I want to get the other part was shout out EJ. Y'all got EJ in here. Y'all got Mo
Shout
in
out
here.
to E,
For
Mo.
sure, man. Shout out them, man. Them two good dudes, man. You feel me? And
Before we get to that, what's this up here? Y'all got some bets. Let me know where I'm sitting there.
Yeah, you definitely slide that in there. That's my favorite part of the shop. Right?
What's that right there? What's these bets, man? What's going on right here?
they be on it, man.
That right there, that causes a whole lot of conversation.
Everything is right there.
Yeah,
That's the whoever Miami Bucks. Mo got the Bucks. Kellz got the Miami in the series for Ted. JP got the Suns. Mo got the Lakers. That's what they keep scoring. I remember we started doing that. Somebody came there. Kellz was like, "Hey man, don't you ever score?" Oh, y'all remember? Don't worry. I forgot what the bitch was on the board.
Okay. Y'all both up there twice. Y'all better shot.
Maybe here betting on for the shooter.
Kellz. Well, I be trying to say Kellz life. Here we go. And I don't be want to take his
So
money.
you take this money all the time?
Yeah, he squares me down. I don't be beating him. Kellz. You ain't.
I think you got me. No, I think you got me. I think you got me probably like, because we haven't actually made that many bets that we've actually put on the board, right? So I think you got probably like 2.
Cause I got more than 2.
You don't have more than you don't have more than you
Save?
No, but look, you have to
This is what we need.
you have to make the bet to save me, right? You can't say, "Oh, I'm not gonna bet." That's saving you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
willing to bet.
How the bets we don't even put on the board?
Why don't we put them on the board, Mom?
Because I already know the outcome
Go
of
ahead,
the bet.
finish. Go ahead, finish. But do we end up making?
We make verbal bets.
So
We make every bet.
verbal bets don't count.
I just got the markers back.
I just got the markers back.
And then over
This
here,
is what I'm talking about.
over here, the hoop over here.
I'm here.
Okay.
They
And the whole reason
I'm
why,
ahead of that.
and the whole reason why is because when Stunner was here, he
I used to.
he's like,
jumper
well,
way
bet
too
in. I'm like, he's like, he's scared. I'm like, what?
Shout out to
Yeah. And he still owe me 22 from bowling.
Yo,
He still owe me 22 from bowling. I got his head at bowling. So yeah, he still owe me that 20.
You'll get that from.
Stunner, man, they do that 20, man. You know you're good for it, man. You know you're good for it, man. Yeah, man, but we got this segment called Game for Lane, you know what I'm saying? So let the people know, let the youngsters know some game you acquired in life that you feel to help you dodge some bullshit or not make some negative decisions.
Follow your first mind. Even if you're with your homeboys and partners, whatever it is. And I don't mean to say this and go to a straight negative, but usually it's the negative that put us behind in life.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's when you second guess yourself. Because most people know right from wrong and they know it like that.
Sure.
It's a feeling.
Right? You know, so if you haven't been taught it, you feel it, you know situation, you get a situation, you know certain situations, ain't right? You know what I mean? A lot of times our problem is not walking away from negative situations because we think we got something to prove to somebody.
For sure, no, I'm saying.
You got something to prove to somebody, you, your family. You want to go back to, you know.
Yeah.
Just following your first one.
Yeah, follow the first one. A lot of times, even the mistakes I made plenty of mistakes. But most times, every mistake, a big mistake, is because I didn't follow my first mind. My first mind was like, either do this or do this or don't do that. And I go do them, and then there you go.
That's my first time.
Every time.
My first time getting locked up, and it was on a traffic ticket. I was like, I know I should have stayed on.
Right. Yeah, right. And no, it's not like you don't have that thought. You don't have that thought right in the middle of it. You had that thought before you got to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had that thought like, damn, I shouldn't even really be this. And then you looking at yourself like,
Like, you be having that feeling too.
you
man.
had it clear as
Yo, I had a weird feeling all day today before I got in the accident.
See?
I had like a weird
Just a
feeling,
weird, yeah.
like a numb feeling. I'm like, man, I had a lot on my mind. And you know how sometimes you would get to a place and you don't even know how you really got there.
I hate that.
You would be like, man, I don't remember passing McDonald's, taking the bus on the gas station, but you at your house.
Right. And it don't be the smoke.
It don't be none of the smoke. It is your mind.
It be your mind, your other stuff.
And I had one of the moments last night. I think my mom was heavy. So that shit's crazy. Give me some game, Mom.
And what I would say is, as a barber, if there's something that you want to do as a barber, is make sure you got a passion for it. Don't just do this just because or you see the hype around the game. Like make sure you got a passion that you know what I'm saying. You have a passion to be a barber. Because if you just go there, just be going, and once you get behind the chair, you're gonna be done real quick within a year or two or whatever. Or even if it's like once you become a barber, you gotta go through your apprentice stage. So you gotta be in here for like 18 months, and then go back to the board, take your test again, be a master barber, which is a registered barber. And I would say, man, just like, cause like me, we got a passion for this.
Right.
It's not something that we just be doing, or if it's a side hustle and all that. Like I put like 100 into this, and every haircut that get up out of my chair, I make sure that they look A1.
Right. That's
I
what
don't want that to get in the practice. At the end of the day,
that's
you
what
know,
I'm talking. Yeah,
that's how I get my clientele. Hey, who cut you up? Oh yeah, such over here.
Yeah.
Like make sure you got a passion for it. Because if you got a passion for it, you care about what's in your chair.
Yeah.
And when they leave, if you just want the dollar, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, boom, boom. All right, you done.
Tiz,
And
no,
especially
I
on
spin
Busky,
it around 20 times to make sure that
like on Busky, man, like them reviews.
Yeah.
It's like light. Like, man, people go in there and they read your reviews. Like, people don't skip on the review. Man, they be like, I'll be like, oh, how you hear about it? Yeah, oh, I found you on Busky. I read your reviews. You got good reviews. Yeah, so I can't.
That's how all my first, they come in marked if they're first or first time clients.
Yeah.
That's how that be. That's exactly what they said.
But I would just say, man, make sure you got a passion. If it's something that you really want to do,
That's when
make sure you got a passion.
And it's worth. Let me just add that. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Going to barber, becoming a barber. When you get your clientele right, the money is worth it.
Because there's so much potential.
Yes, it's
You gotta
worth
just
it.
respect the craft.
You meet there's so many people you can meet, man. It's like an endless road.
It really
The
is.
action's up.
If you want it, though.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be that celebrity barber,
You can do it.
you can do it. It's not like you can do it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's
cold.
yeah.
All you gotta do is be cold with it. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I feel as far as that barbers know how to communicate.
Oh man.
Because you're gonna do a lot of communicating in here. If you're real standoffish and all that shit, this might not be the thing. Because you're gonna have people talk to you, man. People gonna ask you questions and they gonna get on you, you know what I mean? So you gotta be a communicator, man.
You gotta know when to communicate too, because sometimes your client don't want to. They might not want to be in the chair that time and talk through the whole cut.
Yeah.
They might want to sit there and close their eyes.
Yeah.
And just be
As a
cool.
barber, you can
You
sense
gotta-
that, though.
you can sense
feel
that.
it, man. As soon as they get in the chair, like yeah, what's up, what's going on, blah blah, and then you take it from there.
Yeah.
They can continue on. All right, then you know what time of day it's gonna be. If not, then you let them chill, cool. fall asleep, nod their head, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're paying for a service.
You know
You know what I'm saying? You're paying for a service. So the service is to be relaxed. And, you know.
Consistency, man. You gotta know about being consistent, like y'all said, being in here, like being here.
Right. That's
Not walking through the door.
That's my thing is I really try to be on time. That's my thing. I try to really be on time. Like, hey, it bothers me. I ain't not on time. I know stuff happens, but I try to be on time.
Man, I don't like people man, you're not on time, you late, man, it can mess up your whole day. Boy, now you behind. Now you got your clients on top of each other. Man, it's my fault, it's my fault.
For sure, man. Thanks for coming. Thanks for inviting us. I was used to say coming out. Yeah, man. Us, man. You feel me?
We in Masterpiece 1.
Masterpiece, man.
I like what y'all doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Thanks, y'all. For sure,
We
man.
really just want to see this city grow. You know, it was a vision.
Right on.
Positive energy,
man.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
we want to. Always want to showcase the positive. So many people showcase the negative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even with stuff like this, they would have came here to talk to y'all because y'all got beef with another bar.
Exactly.
Why?
It's real.
Y'all just trying to find the wrong thing.
Yeah, I ain't none of that kind of stuff will get my energy.
Yeah, man. So we ain't not on that, man. So we appreciate y'all for taking the time.
No,
so
real
it's
talk.
after y'all.
I said I wanted to support.
Yeah,
That's all
man.
good.
You already know what y'all together, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Most definitely, I appreciate y'all.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
This was good though, man.
Yeah,
this was a good conversation, man.
And then these people need to see more of us. Need to see more of us doing this type of stuff.
And kids, y'all all gotta be rappers and basketball players.
Man,
You can do
real
other
talk.
things and get some good. Listen, man, we ain't gonna get into their funds, but niggas living good. My boy stay on vacation. You feel me? Big Disneyland trip. You feel me? Big and some of y'all know they're gonna take y'all some on a Disneyland cruise.
Oh, yeah, man.
I be like, what?
Before we get off this camera, man, I'll let you know you fucked up my boy's week, man. Who was fucked up when he was on vacation? He kept oh, you see me?
I be sick.
Oh, man. My barber still ain't came back yet.
Mo, we're not getting rid of one day he wasn't even here.
Yeah.
He was like, Kellz supposed to be in there? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, way too high, so alright, Hey, yo, man, with that being said, man, y'all, thanks for the energy, man. Thanks for the time, man. This is Close 7 Pod Talk By Tizzle.
We are gone.
We gone.
I go hard for this. How the fuck you winning if you lost in this? Niggas think they own so they get off in this. It's easy to get crossed in this. On TOP, we gon' get far from this. Step up in they town and burn it down like I'm a horse.